I am here again once more with Steam Prison because I can't stop thinking about the game, which is always honestly a good sign. Okay, let me first just check my audio just to make sure everything is going well. And then we can start. I don't know how to feel about Eltcreed, honestly, because I'm not interested in him at all as of now because he's like such a flirt. And I don't usually like flirtatious characters, so hopefully I'll come to like him. Okay, anyways, it's a go. I don't remember. Okay. Here, okay, let me pull up my guide first. I guess I'll say I'm fine. Complaining about it isn't going to change anything. It's okay, I'm fine.
あっそとか言って吐いたりすんなよ。いや吐いてもいいけど僕のそばではやめろよな。
Makes sense.
この位置だと、まずは南だな。ほらこっちだ。
Right. The tunnel towards the depths was like a maze. There were countless branches and corners. Without Ulrik guiding me, there's no question that I would have lost my way. I'm surprised you don't get lost here without a map.
地図なんか持ってても邪魔なだけだ。片手が塞がってて読むのに苦労する。時間の無駄だね。
How dependable. The map must be in your head.
入ってない。この通路は無駄に広いんだ。覚えても意味がない。
You couldn't remember them? So we're lost?
んなわけないだろ。風と地が僕に教えてくれるんだ。
The earth and the wind? You never struck me as the fairy tale sword.
はあ？何の話だ？
The earth and the wind are telling you where to go. That sounds like something from a fairy tale for children.
だって本当のことだし。
He's kinda cute. I really like him. Then again, Ulrik has a fairy tale kind of rhythm to it. What does that mean?
言ってないし、ルしか会ってない。似てないだろ。言葉に気をつけるんだ。
So cute when he blushes. Holy shit.
とにかく風の流れと地の微動でわかるんだ。
So cute when he blushes. Look at your little baby. Vibrates? Are you tough from Avatar?
そう。地面に手を当ててみろよ。そっとな。少し揺れてるだろ。
Nope.
うわ、鈍感だ。さすが上海出身。
Rude? What? Can everyone from the depths feel this?
わかるよ。地中の水の流れを感じるんだ。この下には大きな洞窟と湖があって、水は高いところから低いところへと落ちる。だから方角さえ分かれば、あとはそこを目指して進むだけ。最終的に着くんだから地図なんかいらない。
I see. So basically, we're just guessing after all.
あんた性格悪いって言われない？
Says you! Not really. It's probably a better personality than yours. I love the like cat and dog type of relationship so much. Like this, like yes, fight and then fall in love. It's great.
そうかよ。話しすぎた。行くぞ。
Can't wait for your route, baby. There's a mosquito. Great. We walked along the dark, quiet path. My eyes had become accustomed to the dim. Eventually, Ulrich stopped.
どこからでもいいけど、ここにするか。
He touched the wall with his left.
あった。この形状だと右に2、左に
The
5、
fuck does that mean?
右に8。
He mumbled as he rotated something between thumb and index finger. What kind of contraption is that?
ビンゴ。楽勝だ。
With a loud rumble, the wall began to move. There was a dark, impenetrable space beyond. What is... Ulrik laughed in satisfaction and turned towards me.
下界への入り口だ。出た瞬間目をやられるから覚悟しろ。
I'm looking forward to it. Wrecked? Gouged out, you mean? Ulrik disappeared into the darkness without answering.
さっさとしろ。その壁、10秒で閉まるぞ。
Right. It's darker than I thought. I can't see anything. Ulrik was fiddling with something at my feet. What are you doing?
扉を開けてるんだよ。この入り口は扉が二重になってるんだ。僕みたいなのに悪用されないためにね。
To prevent people like him? Technically? You mean you don't have permission for this?
そうだよ。簡単に開けられる鍵を設置する方が悪いのさ。よし、終わった。
He's so self-assured, I like it.
ようこそ下界へ。僕は歓迎はしないけどな。
Yesh, yesh. A flash of light blinded me. It's so bright. And that wasn't all. It was suddenly surrounded by a veritable cacophony of noises. Ulrik steadied me when I stumbled.
目をやられるって言ったのに、ダサすぎだろ。ゆっくりでいいから、目を慣れさせろ。
Right. I blinked, feeling a stinging pain when the light struck my eyes. It's so painful, I'm getting teary. Pretty. It's very steampunk colored. Like, I know this is a steampunk game, but it's like sand and green color. Like, that's very steampunk.
どうだ、感想は。保護地区と全然違ってて驚いただ。
It's so different that I don't know what to say. There were rows of tall houses and oversized chimneys rising towards the sky. I realized that the gray plumes from the enormous smokestacks were what I had seen from the sanctuary district. It's not just the looks of it. The temperature was about the same as in the sanctuary district, but the smell was oil, I guessed. It wasn't as disgusting as the smell in the sanctuary district had been, but just as unfamiliar to me. Oh, right, that's him. What?
感想、聞いただろ。答えろ。
Alright, there is stuff? Thanks.
はあなんだそりゃ。そりゃあるだろ。バカにしてんのか。
No, I just thought that this area was uncivilized. It doesn't quite compare to the heights, but I'm surprised how developed it is here. The lights, for example. I've never seen anything like them. It's astounding. So this is the depths.
そうとも言えるし、そうでないとも言える。
Ulrik was watching the door close behind us as he talked. Very careful. Good. What do you mean? Didn't you call this place the depths yourself?
それはあんた向けに言ってやっただけ。下界って呼び方はここでは流行ってない。ややこしいからな。
Confusing.
下界が何を指すか、人によって対象が異なるだろう。あんたたち上界の人間は地上の保護地区の外のことを指すけど、僕たちは地上のすべてを下界と呼ぶ。そして上界のやつは下界を一つの塊として考えてるけど、それは誤りだ。この場所は複数の領地に分かれて、それぞれ支配者が統治してる。
Interesting. Rulers.
そう、そのうちの一人があんたの雇い主になる。怒らせると怖いよ。
Sorry. Ulrik grinned at me and laughed. Then he turned on his heel and began to walk again. I hurried after him. Hey, where are we going?
目的の場所。いつまでも突っ立ってはいられないだろ。
It's very interesting. I know that. Ulrik, can I ask a question?
いちいち確認しなくていい。何？
If I shouldn't call this the depths, then what?
リベラリタス。
Valentine.
今はそう呼ばれてる。
I'm gonna have an awful time pronouncing that without sounding too Indonesian. Now?
数年前は違ったってこと。支配者が複数人いると争いが起こる。その勝敗によって領地の名前はくるくる変わる。
It's not stable, huh? Sounds rough.
町会に比べればマシだろ。
You've been there?
それはないけど。町会がいい場所なわけない。
Interesting.
僕は嫌いなんだ。大嫌いだ。
Okay. I wanted to tell him that judging a place without ever seeing it was stupid. But I hated the depths without ever seeing it. I like the main character so much. She understands things without being weird. He's young. Probably as young as I was back then in the Heights.
質問はそれだけ？
Can I ask more questions?
内容によるけど、話くらいは聞いてあげてもいい。
He's rude but not antisocial, I suppose. I couldn't tell whether he wanted to talk to me or preferred to keep his distance. How old are you, Ulrik?
年を聞いてどうすんだ。あんたが先に言ってくれたら言う。
My age? I'm 18.
嘘って。
What, do we look old? No?
いやいや、やめろよ、悪い冗談は。
What the fuck does that mean? Why do you think so? Anyway, I told you. Now you, Ulrik.
僕は18だ。
Oh, they're the same age. You're lying.
本当だ。
Stop it, you're messing with me. Ah, they're exactly alike.
冗談じゃないし、オウム返しすんなよな。
I mean, I don't want to think that someone with such horrible manners is just as old as I am.
はあ？どういう意味？年下だって思ってたってこと？心外だな。
What did you say? Besides, you saw I was younger than you as well, didn't you?
年齢は関係ない。気にしないし、あ
Tsundere.
んたも気にするな。リベラリタスで大切なのは生き方だ。ね。
Ah, I keep accidentally pressing it.
慣れ慣れしくしたり、偉そうにしたり、調子に乗るなよな。絶対。
You absolutely care about age. I couldn't even worry about meeting my new employer. I was too busy being annoyed at Ulrik. Hey, wait! I struggled to keep up with Ulrik as he walked into the crowd. The sun descended towards the horizon as we walked. It was dark before Ulrik finally came to a halt. Pretty.
歩いただけなのに、なんで息切らしてるのさ。体力なさすぎじゃない？
You just... Ulrik had walked swiftly and effortlessly even through large crowds. To me, unfamiliar with the area, that had been impossible. It had taken a lot of effort not to bump into anybody and still not lose sight of Ulrik. Complaining to him about it is a waste of time. He's just going to complain back. I was starting to get a handle on how to deal with him, though, and waved the question away.
まあいいけど。ここが目的の場所だよ。
Ulrik raised his finger. It looks like the Hounds building. Am I high? He pointed towards a large gate. Beyond it was a stately but peculiar building. The bright lights flooding out from the windows were extremely conspicuous. What is this?
あんたの雇い主の住んでるとこ。ご立派だろ。
To say the least, this is bigger than my old home in the Heights was. He must be extremely wealthy.
どんなって、そうだな。一言で言えば、変人。
I think all the male leads are very eccentric, so no worries there, Ulrik. Huh.
背が高くて、目がギラギラして、よく泣くからうるさい。あと金もかかる。維持費が大変そうだ。
Barks a lot. Noisy? He sounds like a monster. Am I meeting with someone who isn't human? Don't take everything so literally, girl.
ある意味そうかもな。たまに血も涙もない時があるし。んじゃ、 行くか。
Sounds interesting though. More interesting than I gave him credit for last time. Ulrik gave a stretch and walked towards the gate. As if they had materialized out of the dark, men suddenly surrounded him.
変な気は起こさないで。大丈夫。彼らは敵じゃない。
お帰りなさいませ、ウルリク様。そちらの方は。
Why is every male voice here hot? That's crazy. Ulrik looked at me and grinned.
知らない人。
What the fuck, Ulrik? What? The guard stared at me.
っていうのは冗談。
Dude.
あんたらのボスに頼まれて連れてきたんだ。
What a fucking
どうしてあ
dick.
げてよ。
I'm gonna get you back.
そうですか。念のため身体チェックをさせていただいてもいいですか。
Sure, go ahead. They patted me down through my clothes. Legs, waist, abdomen, arms.
問題ないようですね。お待たせしました。
Bodyguard sounds so hot. Ah,
はいはい。警備ご苦労様。
bet you like him? Which one? This guy? Yeah, I'm gonna bully the shit out of him in his route next time. Can't wait. Ulrik waved at them and walked in. The man disappeared back into the shadows and I followed Ulrik.
警備なんてめったにいないのに。今日は何かあったのかな。
Lord Ulrik? Who are you, really?
秘密。教えない。前を見て歩きなよ。
I keep accidentally. Don't tell me this mansion belongs to you. What? I tripped on the stone paving. Good job, girl. He caught me by the arm before I hit the ground. He looked so annoyed.
ほら、言わんこっちゃない。前を見て歩けっての。
Right, sorry. I'm surprised you actually caught me.
別に、こんなの助けたうちに入らないだろ。
She gives him like such little credit. I really don't think he's that mean. Thank you. I appreciate it.
うっとうしいな。もう助けてやらないから。二度と転ぶなよ。
Meanie. Ulrik turned away as we approached the mansion's main door. He really is an honest, huh? Tsundere, let's go! I smiled, thinking about his immaturity as I followed his slight form. Calling him short? The door was heavy and ornately embossed. Wow,
ああ、すごい悪趣味だよな。
it's so empty. I don't think so, and I didn't say that. I can't believe you have such splendor in the depths. I looked around and saw ornate windows below the high ceiling. Works of art hung on every wall, but what caught my eye the most? Swords! So many swords! I can't believe someone in the depths has so many swords to put on display.
だから悪趣味だって言ってるんだ。何でもかんでも飾ればいいってもんじゃないのにさ。
That's what I do. What?
僕は最低限のものがあるシンプルな部屋の方が断然好みだね。
Sounds boring. Ulrik walked past me, picking up an apple from a nearby bowl. Then he sat down on a sofa and began to eat it. I didn't know whether it would be okay for me to do likewise, so I sat down at the other end of the sofa. I stared at Ulrik eating his apple. Ulrik.
何？あげないよ。
I love him! I don't need it. I mean, are you allowed to eat it?
いいから食べてるんだろ。やっていいことと悪いことはちゃんと分かってるつもり。この部屋にある飲食物は好きにしていいから遠慮なく食べる。だけど装飾品は壊してはいけないし、盗むのは禁止。だから手を出さない。
Exhibits?
ルールはちゃんと守ってる。だからいちいち突っ込んでくんな。めんどくさい。
俺のセンスを貶めないというルールも守っていただけると嬉しいのですが。
He sounds hot too. I stood up, startled at the voice. Before me,
うわっ、あんたいつからそこに。
he talks shit.
そうですね。何あげないよ。くらいからでしょうか。
He followed the tone of voice. I love this.
はあ、 声もかけずに見てたってこと？趣味悪っ。
またそうやって俺の悪口を言う。可愛いですね。
I agree.
やめろ、バカ。
Okay, I ship it. The man with the glasses ruffled through Ulrik's hair and smiled at me.
お待たせしてすみません、騎士様。
I remember him. His face, his voice. I'd met him. I was sure of it.
こんにちは、お嬢さん。俺に見とれるとはなかなかお目が高いようで。好きなだけご覧ください。遠くから見てる分には。
He's the kidnapper that Merlo warned me about. Hey, is he the man who wants to hire me?
うん、そうだけど、なんか問題ある？
Many. Are you telling me to work for this evil man? Yeah, just say it out loud so he can hear her.
は
Okay. Don't play dumb. He's a kidnapper.
悪党とはもしかして俺のことを？ウルリク。君という人はひどいですね。
I really like his playful voice.
あ、なんか勘違いしてないか？いや、してる、絶対してる。僕はエルトのことを悪党だなんて言ったことはない。とは言い切れないけど、多分言ってない。
やれやれ。そこは言い切っていただきたかったものです。
I'm warming up to him. I was so not interested in him, but you know, right now, I'm kind of I'm digging it.
いい評判も悪い評判も背負ってるからな。どうとも言えないね。
悪評は悲しいですが、俺は有名で目立つ存在ですから。名士の定めと思い受け入れましょ
あんたってほんと自己評価が高いよな。
う。高くはないでしょう。至って適切です。おっと、話がそれてしまいました。何から話せばいいんだ。まずは自己紹介ですね。俺はエルトクリード・バーレンティン。バーレンティン銀行の頭取で、そこにいる彼の心優しい雇い主です。以前、保護地区で言葉を交わしたこと、覚えていますか？
That's like the OG pose for like any glasses guy. Just like pushing the glasses up with the middle finger. What should I say? I will remember. I don't like this, but I don't want to lie. Yeah, I remember the gist of it.
よかった。俺ばかり覚えているなんて悔しいですからね。
I get that.
騎士様の記憶の片隅に留めてもらえたなんて光栄です。
騎士様な。
間違ってはいないでしょ。
ま、いいや。どうでもいい。とにかくこいつがあんたを雇いたいと言っている男だ。
He wants to hire me?
そう、雇い主様です。
Eltcreed waved his hand at me. The rumors aren't wrong though, are they? I thought about it. He had summoned me after all.
困った顔をしていますね。お腹が空いているんですか？
違うだろ。あんたがきっぱりと人さらいじゃないって表明しないからいつまでもグダグダしてんだ。さっさと訂正しろよ。さっさと。
人さらいね。完全に誤りとは言えませんけど。
What?
別に俺は人をさらって生計を立てているわけではありませんよ。
Then why?
先ほど申し上げました通り、俺は銀行家。融資などが主な仕事なわけで、
Sorry.
約束を守ってくださらない方はちょっと身柄を拝借することもありますね。ですがほんの少しですよ。拘束したところで 羽を生み出すわけではありませんので意味がありません。
エルトめちゃくちゃ語ってるけど逆効果だと思う。こいつさっきより警戒してる。
どうしましょうかねこの状況。いえ、どうにもならないはず。君はウルリクの要請に従いここへやってきてくれました。来るには相応の覚悟があったはずです。それをないがしろにしてしまってもいいのですか？断ったとして今後どう生きていくんですか？
Well, he was being very polite, but still pressured me. I wanted to say something, but couldn't form a clear sentence.
またあの親子に泣きつくとか迷惑だろうな。
Rude! Ulrik was right. I didn't want to admit it, but he was right. There was no denying that. I can't bring myself to work for him just yet. Why would you like to hire me, Eltcreed? We are very different. What do you hope to get from me?
大きく2つの点において期待します。一つは君が上階出身者であること。優秀な人材を出身問わず引き抜くのが趣味でして、たびた
Luring
び保護地区
away.
を訪れているのです。
Luring away is a very bad way of saying it, not gonna lie. Yeah, luring away.
ああ、もしかして人さらいと言われているのは債権回収の件ではなく引き抜きが原因かもしれませんね。でしたらご安心ください。俺は相手に納得していただいた上でこちらへ呼び寄せていますので。働き先は俺の銀行や提携先、全部が全部とは言えませんけど、大抵はクリーンな仕事についていただいています。
Mostly.
そして次に雇いたいのは君です。
My sword?
ええ、少し前のことです。ハウンズのブランデンブルクさんと剣を交えていたでしょ。
How did you see that? A little while ago. I had had some run-ins with him, but no duel. What do you mean? Oh. No, before that, dummy. It was rather one-sided since I was cast down as a criminal.
はい。君は今とは全く異なる服を着ていました。
She even forgot
あれ
about
はきっ
that.
と上階の制服ですね。
Heights. Oh! You must be referring to the observation mission.
思い出していただけましたか？
Yes, I was a police officer then. I dueled Saxon once. There was a strange sound and Sir Enos appeared. The duel ended there without a victor. Oh, was it him?
変な音ですか。
Is that funny?
はい。銃声をそのように言う者は俺の知り合いにはいませんので。
A gunshot. I think Saxon also used a word like that.
あれは銃を撃った時に出る音で
Oh,
す。
he saved
そ
us!
して撃ったのはこの俺。
Thank you. You?
そう、エルトクリード・バーレンティン。実は俺あの場にいたんです。
Really? I didn't see you.
そうでしょうね。俺はそっと隠れましたし、君は君で真剣勝負の最中でしたから。あの時たまたま通りかかり、君の剣を拝見しまして、とても心が躍りました。その姿は麗しく勇ましく、俺は一目で君が欲しくなりました。幸い仕事が見つからず嘆いていらっしゃるとかね。俺に君をくれませんか？
The way you say it is so weird, my guy. Give? And you say this isn't a slave trade?
そうですね。ですが似たようなものかもしれませんよ。
Huh.
俺は君に衣食住を保証します。決して不自由させないことも誓いましょう。 いかがですか？
I don't understand why you want me so much, even though we barely know each other.
理由は先に述べた通りですが、そうですね。こうしましょ
Eltcreed crossed the room and removed two swords from their place on the wall.
う。腕試しをしてお
Oh,
手並み拝見します。
sounds fun. Right here?
ええ。敵襲は必ずしも開けた場所とは限らないでしょ。むしろこういう室内の方が狙い目です。油断しまくりですからね。
Eltcreed offered one of the swords to me. I took it from him. It was oddly balanced and heavy. I see. A fake.
ええ。実際に奇襲を受けた時、使われてはたまりませんから。本物は隠してあります。
Makes
我
sense,
流
makes
ですが、
sense.
多少なら心得ています。さあ、遊びましょう。
Asabimashou! Calling a sword fight playing is in poor taste.
短時間に2度も悪趣味と言われるとは驚きですね。
Eltcreed laughed and raised his sword. His swipe drew a beautiful long arc. He's surprisingly fast, and his talents are the real thing. There was no hesitation or waste in his movements. He went right for me. But he's too direct. I dodged his second attack and aimed for his wrist. If your opponent can predict what we will do next, they will kill you.
おや、そうですか。アドバイスありがとうございます。
Ah, there was a mosquito! Eltcreed pushed me away, out of the block. It was best not to fight it and absorb the force of his push. I jumped back a few steps. Whoa. I managed to knock myself down onto the sofa behind me. That's not good.
正気ですね。
Eltcreed grinned and raised his sword over my head.
チェックメイトです。
He brought the sword down on me immediately. Not likely. I blocked his blade with my crossguard and kicked him in his stomach. I stood up and leveled the tip of my sword at his throat. We have a winner, Eltcreed.
ああ、降参です。参った参った。
Eltcreed dropped his sword and clapped.
想像通りお強いですね。それでこそ俺が惚れた相手です。
へえ、エルトが負けるなんて珍しいこともあるもんだ。
Sorry, I read
チ
past
ェッ
it.
クメイトですって踏み込んでコロッとやられてやがるね。
Oh, I love that.
かっこよかったでしょ。
決まれば
I like
な
them.
負けたんだ。死ぬほどダサダサだ。
I sheathed my sword and handed it back to Eltcreed. If you're self-taught, then you're very good. You really have no teacher?
いえ、いません。この下界では
リベラリタス説明済みだ。
そうですか。ありがとうウルリク。では改めて下界の特にこのリベラリタスでは剣は時代遅れですからね。
Outdated?
ええ、今の主流は銃。剣を持っていても構える間に銃で撃ち抜かれればチェックメイト。おわ。
Oh, sorry. I learned about guns when I was still a police officer. They were heavily regulated in the heights because they were able to injure others faster than someone could draw a sword. If he knew that swords are inferior, why did he want to employ me?
ですけど、それはあくまで世間の考え方。俺は剣が好きですよ。かっこよくて美しく上品です。
Refined.
俺は上界かぶれですからね。上界の文化は全てよく見えてしまうんです。 俺なんかが何を言っているのだと思うでしょうけど、君の剣技は素晴らしい。そしてその技術、生活のためとはいえ封印させるにはとても惜しい。ですから俺の護衛として働きませんか？
Before I could show my surprise, Ulrik showed his.
エルト、そんなやつに相手に頭を下げるのかよ。
ウルリクも一緒にどうです？
誰がするかよ、バカ。あんたは頭取で偉いやつなんだ。簡単に頭を下げるな。
何も考えなしに頭を下げているのではありません。
I tried to listen in on their conversation as best as I could.
護衛を任せるということは命を預けるということ。俺が欲しいのは決して裏切らずに身を挺して守ってくれる騎士。つまり俺の盾となり矛となる方です。礼を尽くすのは当然のことでしょう。
エルト、
感動しました？
Got it.
いや、盾とか矛とか言われてもわかんないし。
そうですね。それらもまた過去の遺物。解雇主義者にはたまらないものなんですけどね。
Young ones these days don't even know what that is.
失礼。ひねくれ坊やとの会話に夢中になってしまいました。もちろん強制はしません。でも君の未来を考えた場合、俺の手を取るのが最も正解だと思いますよ。
His bodyguard. Before I make my decision on whether I will be your bodyguard, I want to talk about something. I am, well, a criminal.
罪深い。
I was sent here on the crime of killing my parents. Don't you think it's wrong to hire someone like that to protect yourself?
おかしいと言われてもさっぱり。どうしてそう思うんです？
I was convicted of murder. Doesn't that blemish your name if you hire me?
その程度の傷でどうにかなる俺ではありませんよ。それに何も殺人は保護地区に追放された罪人の専売特許ではないでしょう。保護地区でもここでも日々どこかで誰かが死んでいます。それが事件であれ事故であれ、関係者以外にとやかく言う者はいません。ですから
That's good.
君さえ納得してくれればいいんです。
Also, I thought she said she would never admit to
ぜひ納
killing.
得していただきたい。
Like, what? She said she would never.
どうです？俺のものになっていただけますか？
I am not property, to be honest. That's what I want to say, but I don't know. What do I say? Very well. Oh, there's like an Ulrik or him option, so I'm just gonna save right here. Okay. Very well. He's going to hire me for my sword skills. It was unlikely that I was going to find another job where I could make use of that. Realistically, it was the best and only option I had. Alright, I'll take it.
おや、いいのですか？渋ったりしなくても。
Yeah, I don't think I'll think of an alternative even if I do. It just made me happy.
嬉しい。
Aw. Yeah, there aren't many who value my sword skills. Not down here, but not in the heights either. They tell me it doesn't befit a woman or something. It made me happy to be valued for that. Thank you, Eltcreed. Aww.
キルさん、結婚しましょうか。
Oh my god, the way he said it so seriously too. Huh?
おい、なんでそうなる？
I can't. I like him more than I thought I would. I'm so happy.
いやー、俺 俺と彼女気が合うと思うんですよね。
思うんですよね。じゃないだろ。相手をよく知らないでそういうことしても絶対に幸せになる。絶対に。
やってみないとわかりませんよ。
I love him.
エルト
冗談です。冗談ですから。俺は常識人ですよ。結婚は慎重にしますよ。
常識人とかそれこそ冗談だろ。明日フラッと隠し子連れてきても驚かないし。
God, I love them.
そうなんですか。
Holy shit.
なんだ、早く言ってくださいよ。明日紹介しますね。
いるのかよ。
いないですよ。君は本当にからかいがいがありますね。
I love them. Can I have both at the same time? He's leading Ulrik around by the nose. I looked at Ulrik. The verbal sparring seems to have exhausted him. Sparring, sorry. Is he always like this?
ああ、疲れるだろう。
Coming from someone who likes to tease others, you just have to make yourself not fun to tease. Like, it's not that hard. Well, it hasn't hit me so far, but yes, I suppose. It scares me a little.
おやおや、そう怯えないで。俺は優しいですよ。
From now on, I'll be Eltcreed's guard. Even after all the changes in my life, I would be able to work as a protector again. I need to learn to be a more flexible thinker and work hard.
支給品については後ほどお知らせするとして、何か言いたいことはありますか？
Anything I... Yes, one thing. My blade protects and defends. I'm not inclined towards attacking someone out of the blue. Does that change your opinion?
ええ、剣については君の方が詳しいでしょうから、前方も含めお任せします。
Very well. Then... I, Cyrus de Stella, swear to serve you with my sword and life. I will protect you from all disasters until the final hour. My master. My guard. What order?
よろしくお願いします。
Oh, he's so cute! He's flushing! No way! No way! That's not fair! Wait, that's not fair! Why is he so cute? No. Oh my god, now I'm embarrassed. I was bashing him yesterday. He's so cute!
エルトクリードで結構ですよ。
I love it when they
話し
blush.
方も先ほどと一緒で構いません。
I see. I will accept that offer, I think. However, in light of my employment, I think it would be remiss if I didn't speak more formally to you.
なるほど。
しないからな。
見習ってください、ウルリク。
Ulrik.
誰が見習うか。はあ、面倒なのが増えやがった。まあいいか。エルトとこいつの問題であって僕は関係ないからな。交渉成立ってことで。エルト、仲介料ちょうだい。
くださいでしょ。君は彼女の爪の赤を煎じて飲むべきですよ。
上界のやつだぞ。そんなの少しでも飲んだら死ぬ。
そうなんですか。彼女の爪の赤に致死効果があるとは面白い。試してくれませんか？
試さない。じゃあ僕は行くよ。
Hold on, Ulrik.
あ、なんだよ。
I wanna say thank you, but I don't know. Okay, I can. Thank you. I am polite. It's been instilled in me. Thank you for bringing me here.
別に仕事で連れてきただけだ。感謝されるようなことじゃない。
But I want to. Your conduct deserves no thanks from me, but you taught me a lot. Thank you, and to a fruitful relationship from now.
はいはい。あんたって生真面目だな。バカみたいに生真面目だ。
Bakamitai. Stupidly. That was uncalled for. Ulrik snorted and marched out of the mansion. Sorry, I think I upset him.
いえいえ、構いませんよ。彼は日々あんな感じですから。
He's like a prickly cat. Really?
ええ、カルシウムが足りてないんでしょう。牛乳は飲んでいるはずですけど、多分飲んだそばからカルシウム成分が蒸発するんでしょうね。
Casually trash talking. I love this so
彼
far.
のことはさておき、部屋へ案内します。
Room?
ええ、生活するには住む場所が必要でしょう。俺の隣の部屋が空いているので、そこへご案内いたします。
Very well. Please lead the way.
どうぞ、こちらの部屋です。
This. It was decorated in soft hues. All the furniture was very feminine. There was even the dressing table, something I had never used. It looks wonderful.
気に入っていただけましたか？
Of course? Yes, of course. Of course. Thank you so much, Eltcreed.
よかった。その笑顔が見たくて頑張ったので。
Really? Worked hard?
ええ、君に会ったその瞬間から、君は俺の心を奪った。
Dude is such a flirt.
奴隷の話を思いついたから、君にふさわしい家具を揃えたんです。
Damn.
君の姿を想像しながら。
Delusional much? Eltcreed?
ウルリクが聞けば
Yup.
気持ち悪い。
Kimochiwaru indeed.
でも仕方ありません。本当のことですから。
He's very eccentric. Ulrik wasn't wrong.
こうして君を迎えられたこと、本当に嬉しく思います。了承してくださってありがとうございます。
I'm surprised I like him so much. Holy shit. Eltcreed smiled and opened the closet.
剣は明日までに揃えさせます。君の服はこちらに試着していただいていいですか？
Eltcreed handed me a folded cloth. I spread it out. This is,
愛らしいでしょ？
charming, yes, well. I had never even touched something with such a short skirt before. Of course, I had seen women wearing skirts. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that then. I was gonna do that just so I don't keep accidentally pressing, but it's worse. I am vehemently opposed to this. Do I absolutely need to wear this?
ええ、護衛は宝石。俺ばかりが着飾っていても、近くにいる護衛がみすぼらしければ意味がありませんので。何か不都合でも？
Yes, I dislike wearing skirts. Same girl. The flutter affects my balance, and if the wind flips up the skirt, it can get caught up in my sword.
なるほど、そうでしたか。では、失礼します。
Eltcreed make a slight bow, then put his hands on my hips. What? I froze in shock as he slid his fingers into the waistband of my pants and began to pull up my shirt. What the fuck? What are you doing? I pushed him back and took 2 steps back.
脱がしてあげようかと。
What the fuck, my god? What the fuck? Take off my clothes?
ええ、苦手と言ったでしょ。着方がわからないということと判断し、その汚い服を着替えさせようかと。
Dear no. I can change alone, thank you very much. Besides, I know how to wear skirts. I just don't like them. I grabbed the clothes out of Eltcreed's hands. I don't want to wear these clothes, but he's my employer now. Would be inexcusable to refuse an order on the first day of duty. Damn. I'd rather do it myself than have him help me. I'm going to change now. Would you please leave the room?
いえいえ、お気になさらず、俺のことは空気とでも思ってください。
I can't, and I worry. If you won't step outside, at least turn around. Girl, don't give him an
わか
inch.
りました。でもいいんですか？こちら向きで。
Hmm?
鏡があります。着替えてい
Then
る
get
姿
out!
丸見えですよ。
What? Then get the fuck out! Over here then. Wait on the bed.
ベッドで待っていると。
In dirty
いいこ
clothes?
とを期待してしまいますね。
I don't think so. Imagination? What's he talking about, girl? Please. Still confused, I turned around and checked that Eltcreed couldn't see me. Then I began to change.
焦らなくていいですよ。
You're so creepy.
ゆっくりお楽しみください。
Don't make me stop liking you. Save her and don't look.
わかっています。でも
What the fuck?
見ないというのも
What
な
the
かなか楽しいですね。耳に届く音から君の一挙手一投足を想像するのも悪くありません。
This is sexual harassment. If it's not like a handsome dude, it's sexual harassment. This is not okay. Bad boy. I smack. There is no appeal. At least not for me. I quickly changed my clothes, hoping I'd soon forget about the discomfort of the skirt. I sighed and told him I was done.
お疲れ様です。おや、なるほど。よくお似合いですよ。
Really? It feels odd to have nothing enclosing my thighs.
俺は大歓迎です。
Dude,
サイズもちょう
stop.
どのようですし、よかったです。
Yes, it's odd. The clothes are very close cut, and yet they fit perfectly.
事前に調べましたからね。
How? You're scaring me, my guy. What?
ああ、俺ではありませんよ。調べたのはウルリク。
How?
嫌がってましたけど。
How? I'm so confused. How?
目視にて大体のサイズを測ってもらいました。目視ですよ。すごいですね。あれはむっつりスケベです。
スケベ。
間違いありません。
You say that, but you told him to. Like, bruh, what is he supposed to do? Quiet exterior, huh? Well, whether it's the room or the clothes, you spared no expenses.
ええ。欲しいと思ったものは何でも手に入れたい。そう思うのは自然なことでしょう。
Eltcreed approached me, took a strand of my hair and kissed it. Shock.
年上の男として、年下の女性はエスコートし。
No, that's creepy. I don't want an older man to say that to me. Thank you very much. I'm good. You know my age?
いいえ。ですけど、どう見ても俺より年下でしょ。
What the fuck?
20、
What the
いえ、
fuck?
18ですか。
I want to like him. I do like him, but like, the words he says, the words that come out of his mouth, I do not like them. Yes, I am.
ウルリクへの態度から彼と同じ年齢だと予想しました。ビンゴですね。当たって嬉しいです。
How old are you, Eltcreed?
さあ、何歳だと思います？
Very old, considering I looked his... Well, not very old. No, I'm actually closer to his age than her age, which is kind of sad. But... old enough to make it weird if you do that.
そこまで悩むようなことでしょうか。25です。微妙でしょ。
I thought he was 29. I read 29. I was wrong. Okay, so we're like the same age. I'm not gonna prey on 18-year-olds like he... Oh, that's so weird. That's so weird. That makes me uncomfortable. 25? Can you already rule a district at that age?
ええ。 ちなみに俺のものになったのは2年前です。
Bro, what was I doing 2 years ago? So you were only 23. Is that really possible?
当然可能だから実行し、可能だからこそ手に入れた。俺はね、キルスさん、欲しいと思ったものは必ず手に入れるんです。権力も名誉も、そして君もね。なんて、少しはドキドキしていただけましたか？
In fear! Throb, I don't really understand.
それは残念。では、俺はこれにて。明日の朝は俺が起こしに来ますので、ぐっすりお休みください。
But I can wake up on my own.
構いません。俺がしたくてするのですから。それでは、良い夢を。俺の騎士様。
Good night. Night, huh? I sighed and looked at myself in the mirror. I don't like dresses, and yet this... It didn't feel quite like myself in my new clothes. They were very unfamiliar. Hoping I would eventually get used to them, I began to undress. Today was very eventful. Ulrik had led me into the depths, or rather, Liberitas? Eltcreed had hired me to protect him with my sword skills. If he needs a bodyguard, he must be at risk. I guess being the head of a bank is a dangerous position. He's also like the leader of stuff, right? You remember that girl? His personality was probably the bigger problem, yeah. I thought that Ulrik was temperamental, but Eltcreed's level of eccentricity was almost unbelievable. But I have to get used to that too. He's my employer. Hopefully I can take his jokes in stride like Ulrik does. He's not really taking them in stride though, is he? Still, for now, I'll work as a bodyguard here in the depths. Suspecting that the next day would present me with fresh surprises, I vowed to persevere. Persevere? Persevere? Eltcreed Valentine's perspective. Ooh. I led Cyrus to her room and left her there.
起こすと宣言した頃には寝過ごさないよう気をつけなくては。晩酌はしないとして、いや、した方がいいのかもしれない。
I was afraid that without a little bit of alcohol, I would not be able to sleep. My delight at welcoming her into my house was that pervasive. A detached part of me, however, observed the situation with rational objectivity.
期待しすぎないようにしないと。過剰に持ち上げては危険だ。予想と異なった時、必要以上に傷つくことになる。だけど、それでも。
I couldn't help but have lofty expectations.
何ニヤニヤ笑ってるんだよ。変だな。
おやウルリク、
Ulrik.
まだ帰っていなかったんですか？
I really like the way they say his name in Japanese. Ulrik. It's so cute.
まあな、なんか食べ足りなくて。お菓子ちょうだい。
Akashi.
お菓子はありませんが、パスタならありますよ。
やだ。エルトの作るパスタ、凝りすぎててすごく時間かかるだろ。作ってる間に餓死する。絶対。
まあまあ。死んだらウルリクここに眠るという墓をソファーの横に立ててあげますから、作らせてくださいね。
この流れ断っても無駄なやつだ。はあ、できるだけ時間かからないやつ作れよ。早く、ほら早く。
そうせかされても 急いで欲しければ麺に相談してください。茹で時間は彼らのやる気に左右されるんですから。やる
気って実質無理じゃないか。くそ。
何を最初から諦めてるんですか。綺麗な心で話しかければ麺も答えてくれるかもしれませんよ。
答えないてか、いきなり喋り始めたら怖いだろ。恐ろしいだろ。はあ、叫んだら余計に腹が減った。早くしてよ、もう。
はいはい、適当にくつろいで待ってなさい。
I went into the kitchen to prepare the pasta. Of course, I had plenty of staff which would come running immediately to make me food, but spaghetti I made myself. I liked the work I had to do to make it, and since it was the only food that I made myself, I used every opportunity.
簡単でもなく難しくもなく、そこそこ時間がかかる。考え事をするにはもってこいの料理ですからね。
言い忘れてたけどさ、あんた襲わなかったんだよ。
He was trying to
遅い？
help.
そう、あの女に用意した部屋から出
He
て
did.
ことはそうだろ。案内しておいて何もしなかったと驚きだ。
He did.
心外ですね。俺はそこまで飢えていませんよ。
本当になんか気に入ってたっぽい。というか気に入ったんだろ実際。
そうですね。ですが女性として見ていません。あの程度の女性ならいくらでもいますし。本当そういうのではなく、もっと神聖な気持ちです。
That's even creepier, my guy.
神聖な。ああ、騎士様ってやつ。
そう、それです。ああ、素晴らしかったですね。俺に対するあの先生、真剣な眼差し。まぶたを閉じても容易に思い出せます。
料理中だろ。
いや
目を開けといてくれ。
ウルリクも聞いていましたよね。
聞いてない。
いいえ、聞いていたはずです。とてもかっこよかったです。思わず拍手をしそうでした。
拍手っていっそして欲しかったよ。あの雰囲気見てるこっちが恥ずかしかったし。
Yeah, I was cringing a little bit.
恥ずかしいだなんて感動の場面でしたよ。俺に向かって、この他の誰でもない俺に向かって誓いの言葉を。
Yes, yes.
ああ、湯が吹きこぼれてる。気をつけろよ。
おっと失礼。本当に素敵でしたね、あの言葉。ねえウルリク、彼女の言葉言ってみてくれませんか？
誰が言うか。
ウルリクが。
言わないというか覚えてないし。
He makes it so easy to tease him. It's like he wants to get teased.
なるほど、思い出せたら言ってくれるんですね。僕ウルリク・フェリエは力と命をあなたのために使うことを誓います。あらゆる災難からその身を必ずやお守りします。最後の一瞬まで。はいどうぞ。
言わないって言ってるだろ。あと僕の名前を入れるな。
ぶつくさぶつくさうるさいですね。はい、出来上がりましたよ。
うるさいのはエルトだろ。いただきます。あんたも食べるか？
いいえ、俺は酒を飲むので。
あっそ。
I want
こ
a
っちで
drink
は剣
too.
は時代遅れの象徴。どこまでやってくれる？
What is
楽し
anachronism?
みですね。
別にどうだっていい。
釣れないですね。今日はいつもの5割増しで性格ブスですね。
ブスって言うな。いつも通り。
いいえ、 あ、もしかして
違う。
焼いてるんですか？
違う。っていうか、誰が誰に何のために。
ウルリクが彼女に俺の関心を取られたから。
So funny.
そこまで自意識過剰だ。
Look at his smile. He's so fucking tired.
ありがとうございます。
Oh my god.
それから心配しなくていいですよ。ウルリクも俺にとって大事な愛すべき存在です。
褒めてないし心配してないし、そもそも愛とか気色悪いこと言うな。僕があいつを嫌うのは上界出身だから。それで機嫌が良くないのはその上界出身がこの屋敷にいるから。一緒にいてどうして平気なんだ。どっか適当な小屋に放り込めばいいのに。
Huh? What does that even mean?
それに護衛を任せるのに剣ってやっぱどうかと思う。あんたは偉いんだからさ、銃の達人とかもっといい護衛をつければいいのに。
They really put an emphasis on like he's very important.
まあまあそう言わず、せっかくの縁なんです。仲良くしてください。
嫌だ。仲良くするくらいなら死ぬ。
Just you wait until I get to your route, boy.
そうですか。墓はソファーの。
今は死なない。
Ulrik was a fine companion. He complained and groaned more than anyone, but he engaged with me anyway.
本当に鬱陶しければ仕事だけの関係でいいもの。
He chose to spend time with me. I assumed that since he had no family, he was seeking out human contact unconsciously. Saying so would have bothered him considerably, though.
でも心を許せる相手が俺だけだなんて寂しいじゃないですか。
Countless people lived on the ground. I wanted Ulrik to befriend more people, to broaden his circle of
なん
acquaintances.
てことを考えているんですよ。世話焼きですみませんね、ウルリク。
I was hoping that Cyrus would eventually contribute to my plans for Ulrik as well. Sadly, they seem to be off into a bad start.
最初の印象が最低なら、あとは上がるしかありませんからね。期待してのんびり待つとしましょう。
I poured myself a glass of wine, chuckling in anticipation at the days to come. Steam prison. I heard something.
でください。
I heard someone's voice. My father? No, their voice was younger.
起きてください。
Wake up? Jump scare.
おはようございます、騎士様。
Eltcreed.
はい、俺です。
Eltcreed?
エルトクリートではありませんね。
えー
残念ながら。
No, I mean, why are you here?
どうしても何も起こしに来ると昨晩言ったはずですが。
Oh,
お忘れでしたか。
I'm sorry. I'll be ready soon.
慌てなくて構いませんよ。急いではいないので。ああ、でも着替えお手伝いしましょう。
My guy. No, I'm fine. It won't take long. Would you please wait outside?
わかりました。それでは失礼いたします。
Wow, that startled me. So he said he would make me up, and all I did was sleep. I collected one of the outfits from the closet and tossed it onto the bed, then took off my night clothes. I donned my new uniform. I really don't feel comfortable in this. I had very short pants to wear under my skirt, so I wasn't afraid of it flipping up, but I'm not used to how short these pants are, so the breeze around my thighs is uncomfortable. I'm amazed that any woman enjoys wearing things like this. I plucked at the hem of my skirt, shifting it around. If I had been wearing pants, I wouldn't have had to worry about the wind at all. Grumbling isn't going to transform them. Eltcreed is waiting. I have to go. I made my bed and folded up my nightwear. Then I took another look at my room. This is my room. I need to be careful with it. I went to Eltcreed. Oh, she's cute! Bodyguard frown. It's cool. Excited. I'm not sure how I should greet him. I'd already forgotten to wish him good morning when he woke me. Saying it now would be awkward.
おはようございます、ヒルスさん。
I heard a voice behind me, twitched, and turned around. He's so close all the time. Eltcreed, why are you there?
自分の屋敷にいるのは変なことではないと思いますけど。
No, I mean, I did not expect you to be behind me.
ああ失礼しました。これを取りに行っていたんです。
Eltcreed lifted the large bottle he held in both hands. What is?
炭酸水です。
Ooh, sparkling
炭酸水
water.
ってわかります？
I'm sorry, I don't.
いいえ、構いません。浄化は湧き水なんてなさそうですしね。
Eltcreed smiled and walked towards the
炭酸
sofa.
水とはそうですね。刺激の強い水です。
I want some. Stimulating. So it's poison. Yes, clearly.
ああ、そういう意味では、まあ飲んでみてください。
Eltcreed snapped his fingers. Oh. A man whom I presumed to be a servant appeared with glasses. And he wasn't the only servant. There were 3 men in the kitchen preparing breakfast. Are they your servants?
そうですし、違うとも言えます。彼らは料理人。料理のみを専門とした使用人です。
3 chefs? Damn, I wish I had his life. Cooking. So you have other kinds of servants?
はい。掃除は掃除専門。洗濯は洗濯専門。買い物はこれは自分ですることが多いですが、入手困難なものは専門のものに任せます。
I see. You must be nobility if you can afford such a large household.
貴族とても魅力的な響きですが、いいえ、俺は貴族ではありません。そもそも下界に貴族は存在しません。地区こそ分かれていますけど、それぞれが自由を右手に、責任を左手に、気ままに暮らしています。
You have no politicians?
いませんね。あ
Damn.
えて言うなら、俺がリベラリタスの方です。
Eltcreed poured carbonated water into our glass. It makes a strange fizzing noise, but was as clear as ordinary water.
社会を動かすのは金です。金を生み出すには労働が必要。その労働を生み出すには働き口が必要。その働き口を俺が作っているんです。
You do?
ええ、リベラリタスの代表として必要な行為です。さあ、お飲みください。
Pressure to drink, I reached for the glass on the table. I see, you are Liberitas. Huh?
どうしました？炭酸きつかったですか？
Shock. That's a problem too. He talked about it so nonchalantly that I hadn't really reacted to it. You're the law here in Liberitas?
ええ、そうですけど。あれ？
Casually.
言っていませんでしたか？
No, I'm sorry, but what does that mean?
はい。リベラリタスは言い方は悪いですけど、いわば俺の庭。俺が右を向けと言えば全員右を向きますよ。
I didn't expect him to be as powerful as he is. You can't judge people at first glance. What do you mean? He looks like very well kept. Like he looks important. Although his behavior was very refined, more aristocratic than even mine, his personality was eccentric and hard to grasp. How does he control them with that kind of personality? I was very curious.
あまり情熱的に見つめないでくだ
My
さい。
guy.
照れてしまいます。
My guy.
上階は家計や大洪水前の伝統を重んじるようですけど、ここでは実力主義です。何せ大洪水で全て流されましたし、俺自身は先代の父の後を継いだ地位ですけどね。財力と運と人望と、まあいろいろ重なった結果、今はリベラリタスを治めています。
As we spoke, an abundance of food was being placed on the table. There was bacon, eggs, potato salad, and pancakes decorated with colorful berries, fresh oranges, and very good black tea. I wanna eat. There was also a basket with several kinds of freshly baked bread.
さあ、食べましょうか。
Jealous. Should I really eat with you?
おや、俺と食事はしたくないと？
No, I am employed by you. It seems out of place to eat with my master.
俺がいいと言えばいいんです。さあ、こちらへどうぞ、騎士様。
Alright, I accept the invitation. I hadn't expected to be eating as well. It confused me. There is so much. This is a feast.
そうでしょうか。朝はこんなものでし
Jealous.
ょう。
I'm hungry.
朝は控えめ、昼はしっかり、夜は酒に合うものを。これが俺の食生活です。
Little in the morning. I thanked him for the food, reaching for the bread basket, and picked a Danish covered in chocolate. Whoa.
どうです？お口に合いますか？
Yes, it's delicious.
よかった。一日の始まりは朝食からと言いますし、しっかり食べてくださいね。どうしました？
No, it's just been a while since I had the chance to eat something so good. It moved me to silence. I'm sorry.
あ
Aw.
あ、構いません。そうですか。それほどまでに喜んでいただけて光栄です。
Alright, Eltcreed, I apologize for what happened earlier. He speared the salad with a fork and then inclined his head in question. It's about what happened in my room. You came to wake me and I didn't thank you, girl. It's fine.
お気になさらず、俺が好きでやったことですし、それに愛らしい
My
目を
dude.
見られましたしね。愛らしいといえば、その服、やはりよく似合っています。素敵ですよ。
I want pants. No, I think he won't like that. Yeah, he would be upset. I'm happy. Yeah, he already gave us a lot of things. We shouldn't be too annoying. I feel a little embarrassed, but thank you.
いえいえ、こちらこそ。俺の趣味が爆発した服を着てくださってありがとうございます。
Eruption?
デザインしたのは仕立て屋ですけど、候補の中から選んだのは俺ですからね。趣味爆発と言っても差し支えはないでしょう。
One can. You have a very distinctive way with words, Eltcreed.
よく言われます。しかし不思議なものですね。こうして話していると想像よりずっと
What
普
does
通の女
that
性です。
mean? What did you think I would be like?
俺の好きな物語の騎士様はとても誇り高い方でして、君も同様相手に頭を下げるようなことはなかなかしないのかと。
I would prefer if you didn't make further comparisons between me and fictional characters. I do not lack for pride. I have a lot of pride. My desire to live a life worthy of the Tistella family, its names, and ancestors is very strong. I want to live a just life. That is both my deepest conviction and a source of my pride.
そうですか。正直な方なんですね。
What?
ほら、そうやって思ったことが顔に出るところとかいいと思いますよ。そういう生き方。
This is bullying.
人の上に立ち続けていると
Aww.
自分の気持ちというものがわからなくなっていきますからね。 少し君が羨ましいです。
After our breakfast, we made preparations to leave. As Eltcreed was checking his belongings, a man carrying cloth wrappings approached him. Eltcreed thanked the man and handed the wrappings to me.
これを君にプレゼントです。受け取ってください。
A present? But I can't accept. You already provide all I need. Any more would be unreasonable. It's a sword, isn't it?
そう言われましても、これがないと困るのは君ですよ。
Sulfur? He smiled as I took the wrappings away from him. They were heavy. What is this? I put the wrappings on the sofa and undid the cloth. Oh, my sword!
ええ、まあ正確にはレプリカですけどね。以前見かけた
Dude.
剣を記憶を頼りに再現させました。
That's actually so sweet. Recreated? That hectic duel was enough to allow you this level of fidelity?
はい、とても印象的だったので手帳にすぐに書き記し、鍛冶屋に依頼しました。
That's crazy. Amazing. It's very good.
そうですか。その言葉、職人が聞けばさぞかし喜ぶことでしょう。不自由なく使えそうですか。
Yes, the grip is a little difficult, but nothing I won't get used to. Thank you, Eltcreed.
女性に剣を送ることも、剣を送ったことで満面の笑みをいただくのも初めての経験で、どうしていいか戸惑ってしまいますね。その剣でどうか俺をお守りください、騎士様。
Yes, I will protect you. I still can't get used to being called a knight. Eltcreed seemed to like calling me that. I decided to let him use that address. I'll need to make myself worthy of that title. Aww.
それでは俺がいない間よろしく頼みますね。
The servant he had been speaking to bowed very deeply and left, closing the door. I wonder if that servant's only job is washing the house. That's a nice job. I looked at Eltcreed and pondered this question. You have many people working for you, Eltcreed. Did you have a bodyguard even before I arrived?
ええ、いましたよ。彼には別の者の警護に当たっていただいています。
Yikes. Someone else?
はい。さすがに二人従えるのは鬱陶しいですし、護衛は花。むさ苦しい男より女性の方が
Poor
大変ですから。
dude!
彼ではなく君を選びました。
Now I feel bad. You made this choice because of gender?
悪いことではないと思いますけど、不愉快ですか？
I'm not unhappy, but... Well, I suppose we all have our reasons. He was my employer. Finding fault with his decisions wasn't going to help me. Once more I told myself to be open and flexible. Then I shook my head. No, I suppose that thinking is also viable. What's our itinerary now?
この土地に詳しくないでしょうから、言ってもわからないでしょ？
That's a fair point, but I'd very much prefer to know, and for that you'll have to tell me.
ああ、それもそうですね。俺の仕事場です。
We set off walking. No cars? No carriages? Eltcreed led me towards what he claimed was his workplace. He said he's a banker, so we must be heading to a bank. I followed his large frame and contemplated my situation.
どうしました？
I'm sorry. I seem to be mentally deserting my post on the very first day. I quickened my pace so I could walk next to him. The guards should not walk behind their charge. Apologies.
こんな朝早くに狙ってくる暗殺者なんていませんよ。
It's a mistake to stop being on alert, but rest easy. I will protect you.
そうですか。ありがとうございます、騎士様。
Eltcreed smiled and looked at the sky. He seemed satisfied.
今日は気持ちのいい風が吹いていますね。空の色は最悪ですけど、上階の空はどんな色なんですか？ここと変わらず灰色ですか？
No, it's blue. bright and clear, like a sapphire in the light. On a clear day, it's very beautiful.
そうですか。いいですね。いつか見てみたいものです。
This is a little sad in a way. To me, skies were blue, until I came to the depths that had been normal to me, but it was a renewed reminder that the ordinary from the heights isn't ordinary here. What an odd office this is. We hadn't arrived at the bank, Eltcreed and I going directly to his office.
俺のお気に入りです。ここなら顧客の顔がよく見えますが、彼らからは俺はあまり見えません。何より眺めがとてもいい。支配しているという気になりませんか？
Rue, huh? You display more ambition than I thought.
何を言うんです。案外ではなく、俺は野心家です。人の上に立つ者は皆そういうものでしょう。手を広げすぎるのはいけませんが、進化しないのも問題です。停滞は衰退の始まりですからね。
I like that mindset. I agree. Eltcreed went to the drawer and the cupboard, retrieving items from each to place on his desk. Paperwork, writing implements, and a gun?
ええ、万が一に備えて。
He paused in the middle of loading it and looked at me.
ああ、決して君の護衛能力を侮っているわけではありませんよ。君にはしっかり守っていただきます。
Then why the gun?
使わないことを祈っていてください。
He holstered the gun and began placing the other objects in the tool bag. Are you going somewhere?
ええ、今日の俺の仕事は外回りですから。それでは参りましょう。
I honestly don't know what to expect from this game, and that's very interesting. We spent less than an hour inside the bank. Is that really enough if he's the boss? Since my position had nothing to do with his work, I had no right to question his decision. My role is to protect him. I ran my hand over the hilt of my sword and looked around. Walking here seems... Aren't there horses or means of transportation of that kind?
馬？
Or... Oh, yes, walking through these crowds seems risky.
そうですね。確かに馬車は速いですし安全です。しかし、この大通りでは利用は推奨できません。避けてもらうにしても人が多すぎますから。
I see. That might be why there isn't anyone on horseback. But it's a surprise to hear that you have carriages in the depths.
当然ありますよ。リベライタスはともかく下界は広いですから。なければ不便極まりないです。もっとも馬だけが頼りというのもどうかと思いますけど。
What do you mean?
馬は世話が大変ですから。将来的に機械技術を用いた移動手段を発明できればいいなと考えています。まだまだ計画段階ですけどね。
No cars then. Invent? Are you an inventor too, Eltcreed?
いえいえ、俺はただの投資家です。発明家の知り合いはたくさんいます。そういった方の力を借りるのです。上界と下界をつなぐリフトのように労力を使わず一瞬でどこかに移動できたら素敵だとは思いませんか？
How did he know? It was convenient, but do you really think we can move like that down here?
ええ、必ず。不可能と最初から決め込むのは危険ですよ。成長の妨げとなってしまいます。騎士様だって長い月日をかけた末に剣技を習得されたはず。積み重ねた努力は嘘をつきません。などとかっこいいことを言ってみたものの、俺は出資するだけで実際努力するのは別のものなんですけどね。
Eltcreed ran his hand through his hair and smiled. He might be right. When I had started training, I hadn't even been able to properly lift the sword. I'd often cried over my lack of progress. Big fucking mood. Effort spent bears fruit, huh? I don't understand machines very well. But if you say it's possible, then I feel like it might be.
ええ、 その気持ちのままでいてください。完成した暁には真っ先に乗せて差し上げます。
Are you sure?
当然、君は俺の護衛ですよ。いつでもどこでもそばにいていただかないと。
How are we going to like go into Ulrik's route if we have to stay by his side all the time? Very interesting. Well, that sounds fun. I nodded, looking around. The more I look at this place, the stranger it is. There are even more people around than there were yesterday. The streets were much more lively than in the sanctuary district. If I were forced to choose, I'd have to say that they bustled even more than the streets of the heights.
俺にとっては日常風景ですが、騎士様には珍しいものばかりのようですね。
Yes, what is that pole there on the building?
棒？
On that building, and on that one too. Why do those poles strut out from the building?
ああ、あれはパイプです。あそこから蒸気を逃がすんです。
Steam.
ええ、
Steam
電
prison!
気を作るためにエネルギーを発生させる際、蒸気が出るんです。その蒸気を逃がすために街全体にパイプが設置されているとのことです。支配者こそコロコロ変わりますが、この街並み自体は俺が生まれるよりもずっと前からありまして、俺は電気が使えるありがたさを知らずに育ったものですから。誰がいつ何のために設置したか詳しくは知らないんです。
There are so many things to look at, I almost feel dizzy.
その時は俺が支えてあげますのでご安心を。全てが全て違うというわけではありません。あそこを見てください。
I looked at the bookstore Eltcreed was pointing at. The walls had pictures of Saint Yune carrying flowers. Saint Yune?
ええ、聖人ユネの不老不死の伝説はこちらでもとても有名で、
Can't wait to date
神
him!
聖な存在として崇められています。
A holy being? Even though he lives in the heights?
今でこそ上界にお住まいですが、
Oh.
彼の出生地は下界ですから。下界出身の聖人という認識なんです。都合のいい解釈といえばそれまでなんですけどね。
I see. My mother was more devout than I am, but since I do pray to him as well sometimes, that makes me happy. This complex culture that's developed in the depths is so surprising to me.
上界出身の方は口を揃えてそう言いますね。大洪水で多くの文明を失ったのだから、生き延びた者たちは野蛮だと。
Animals. No.
多少なりとも思っているでしょ。いいんです。上界ではそれが普通なのですから。しかし祖先は過去の洪水で全てを失ったわけではありません。俺の家バーレンティンは洪水前から銀行を営んでおり、大きな地下金庫を所有していました。貴金属、金、資源、金庫の中へ逃げ延びた人々、持ち込んだ食料。金庫は洪水を耐え抜き、中にあるもの全てを守りました。多くは流されましたけど、そういう形で残った文明も少なからずありまして、それを土台に下界は再出発することになりました。柔軟な発想と好奇心、向上心、未来への期待、そういった意志のもと町は発展し、今に至ります。今でも忘れられないのがある上界の人の言葉です。彼はこの町並みを散らかっていると笑いました。
Ramshackle.
何でも上界はもっと整然としていて美しい町並みだとか。俺はここで生まれここで育ちましたから、上界のことは想像するしかありません。ごちゃごちゃとした町並みですけど、それはそれ、これはこれということで、この地にはこの地なりの良さがあると思います。
Its own appeal.
ええ、全部を全部好きになれとは言いませんけど、少しでも気に入っていただける点があれば嬉しいです。今後君が生涯を捧げる地になる可能性は低くないですからね。ならば楽しい日々の方がいいでしょう。
My whole life.
そうです。保護地区へ戻りたいと。
Technically, no. No, not the Sanctuary District. I would like to return to the Heights if possible.
上海ですか。
Yes, I want to find out whoever killed my parents and clear my family name.
そうですか。
No.
ではいつかここから立ってしまうかもしれないのですね。
Yes, I'm sorry. But we don't know when that will be. It might not even be possible. There's a fair chance that I will spend my life here, as you said. So I'd like to stop being shocked by everything and to accept it instead. To one day love all of this. That's cute.
ええ、そうしてください。ついでに俺のことも好きになっていただけるとありがたいです。主と騎士、末永く仲良くしましょうね。
Yes, I will try. I don't think he meant what you think he means. Eltcreed sure jumps around in conversations. He jumps seamlessly out of a serious conversation into a jest. That is, if it was a jest. My impression of him was that of a smart but inscrutable man. I see that.
おや。
Eltcreed suddenly stopped walking, cutting off the pleasant conversation we'd been having. Is something the matter?
そうですね。まずはこちらへ。
Feeling confused, I followed Eltcreed as he walked from the center of the road towards the edge. Are there assassins about that I didn't notice? Resolving to be on alert, I checked whether I could easily draw my sword from its scabbard.
キルスさん、追いかけっこは得意ですか？
I see. The target is... What?
追いかけっこ。逃げる相手を地獄の果てまで追い詰め、あらゆ
Oh,
る
she's
手を
very
尽
good
く
at
し
that.
捕獲する遊びです。
But that game always involved restraining. With a wry smile, I skipped that because I'm dumb.
道のあそこ、たむろっている集団がいるでしょう。あの中にいるヒゲ面の中年と話をつけたいのですが、おそらく彼は俺を見た瞬間逃げ出します。彼が逃げ次第捕まえていただきたいんです。絶対に生かすこと。ただし片腕程度の損失なら許容範囲とする。
A little scary.
お願いします。
Well, this got very serious quickly. He was still smiling and seemed no more violent than before, but there was a new sharpness to his voice and gaze. Catching the man is hardly part of my duties, but I'm certainly capable of it. I had been trained in pursuing suspects when I had been a police officer. I was still just as fit as then. No, you're not. You were emaciated like a week. That's like a lot of muscles gone. I could do it. I'll do my best.
よろしくお願いします。
But wouldn't it be easier to restrain him before he sees you, Eltcreed?
効率を考えればそうですけど、俺の前から逃亡することが大事ですので、従ってください。
I see. Very well. Eltcreed nodded and disappeared into the crowd. I kept just enough distance from him that I could intervene if necessary as we approached the target.
こんにちは。お話中すみません。エルトクリード・バーレンティン、しがない銀行員です。お貸ししたものを返していただくべく会いに来たわけですが、返済の意思はないようですね。頼みましたよ、キルスさん。
Repeated the same voice line. Hey. Just as Eltcreed had predicted, the man bolted. His flight caused chaos and confusion among the other pedestrians. I have to be careful not to get stuck in the crowd. The man was neither fit nor cunning in his escape attempt. I should save, just in case. Maybe I should let him tire himself out? I ran after him, keeping just enough distance that he wouldn't notice me. Chill. He's shoving a lot of people out of his way. What a rude man. Hoping that there wouldn't be any severe injuries, I continued to follow him. When he turned off the main road and into the side street, his speed slowed dramatically. The man was so exhausted he fell on his behind. How pitiful. You there. Should I give him my name? As a police officer, it had been my duty to identify myself. Now I was merely a personal bodyguard. Identifying myself could lead to nothing but trouble. I don't need to identify myself to you. I'll restrain you now, daring girl.
では、お前にも理解できる話をしましょうか。
Eltcreed arrived, moving as elegantly as ever. He seemed so different now. He was as genial as ever, but his eyes were icy cold.
俺はね、お前を信用していたんですよ。にもかかわらず、お前は俺を裏切った。俺の善意を踏みにじった。話し合いで解決しようとしてあげたのに、それすら拒むとは。本当にひどい男だ。
Eltcreed drew a knife, leaning down towards the man.
ですが、残念ながら俺はしぶとく、記憶力もいいんです。お前が忘れても、俺は何をされどんな被害を受け、どう手こずらされているか、決して忘れません。
He's cool. We looked flabbergasted.
良心はありますからね。一つ提案をしましょう。この指を切り落とさせてください。
A finger?
指は日常生活で使うもの。いつでも見えるもの。欠損した指を見るたび、俺との約束を思い出すはずです。右手と左手、親指、人差し指、中指、薬指、小指、どれにしましょう。
指を切るのはやめてくれ。金は返す。必ず返すから。
どうやって。
しかし大きな取引があって、その博打に近いんだが、成功すれば大金が手に入るんだ。
博打ね。
That's not good.
ダメか。
いいですよ。投資も博打みたいなものですし、今はまだ信頼してあげましょう。
ありがとう。
ですが、もしその取引が失敗した場合は、指どころじゃありませんからね。され。
Damn. The man hauled himself up and fled back into the crowds of the main street. Eltcreed snorted in derision at his departing form and sheathed the knife. Eltcreed. Was it right to let him go?
指を切ったところで意味ありませんから。
Meaningless.
ありますか？中間業者の薄汚い中年の指など何に使えと言うんです。切り落とせばあの男は取引先から信用をなくす。そうすれば大きな取引とやらは失敗するでしょう。
That's true, that's true.
巡り巡って自分のためになりません。脅し、いえ、 声援ですよ。彼が仕事を頑張るための。
Ganbaru. I see. I wonder though, why does the head of the bank do debt collection? Because he's terrifying, maybe?
それはそれには深いわけがあるのです。
Interesting, interesting. Very complex. He gave me a grave look, which I found very puzzling. Was that a question I shouldn't have asked?
構いません。聞いてください。いや、聞いていただかなくてはいけないのです。俺はその昔、朝から晩まで銀行で働いていました。そして夜遅くに屋敷に戻ってはパスタを作る日々。
パスタ?
はい。さすがに小麦からは作りませんけど、茹でたり炒めたり、そういうのが好きで。とにかくデスクワークとパスタを繰り返すうちに、俺はすごく太ったんですよ。
Baby! Excuse me?
気づいたら10キロくらい太ってて。
It's the pasta.
それで
I don't even know if he's lying.
取り立ての仕事も行うことにしたんです。
That's like the crazy part about his personality. Like, I don't know if he meant this or not. And I think like Cyrus's observation of him is like really good. Because yeah, like you don't know what he's thinking. Can that really be called a complex reason?
深いでしょ、ものすごく。そこそこ背の高い俺が横幅もあればマスコットキャラクターになってしまいます。愛される要素が増えると護衛が大変でしょ。といった理由で外回りの仕事もしているというわけです。ご理解いただけましたか？
Did you really tell me the right reason?
信じるも信じないも貴様次第ですよ。
Eltcreed smiled and took out a watch from the pocket of his coat.
もう昼過ぎですね。遅くなってしまいましたが昼食をとりましょうか。いい店があるんです。紹介しますね。
Okay. Leaving it to me to decide, huh? He was my employer. I had to trust my employer, but the story was difficult to believe. Since as Eltcreed was talking about, it might have been a joke. It was going to take more time before I understood this man, a Greek girl.
いらっしゃいませ。ああ、旦那。
どうもお邪魔します。おや。
Ulrik is also here. Ulrik was sitting at the table of 4-4. We walked over.
やあ、ウルリク。
ウルリ
ですね。
人違いです。
昼食ですか。それも奇遇ですね。俺たちも食べに来たんです。
だから人違いだ。
人参も食べないと大きくなれないですよ。
あ？人参なんて食べなくても大きくなれる。つうか、あんたが無駄に大きいだけだろ、バカ。
Baka.
その人参を強く憎む心、ウルリク・フェリエその人ではありませんか。
Ulrik looked back and forth between me and Eltcreed and breathed an artificial sigh.
なんだよ。食事中だ。話しかけんの。
相席いいですか？
やだ。
ありがとうございます。
許可してないし。
Ulrik is just as rude to him as he was to me. It seems like the two were old friends, but Ulrik was still Eltcreed's subordinate. I worried, feeling that his conduct should have been more polite. Also, Ulrik, you don't like carrots?
んだよ。悪いか？
Yeah, why do we... No, but it's childish. I've actually, like, worked in a kindergarten before, and, we had, like, lunch times together where the school cooks for the children. And they actually put like little slivers of carrots in spaghetti bolognese. It sounds really weird, but I swear it was actually pretty damn good. I was shocked. Like carrots with spaghetti? Crazy, but it's good. It's good. It's really good. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I don't like tomatoes myself. Then again, I don't refuse them on principle like you do.
言っておくけど、食べられるけど食べないだけだから。
バカ。
なるほど。では食べてください。ほら、口を開けて。あーん。
するかよ、バカ。気持ち悪いことすんなよ、大バカ。
おや、もういいんですか？皿に残っているというのに。
僕、食事は一人でするタイプだから。相席なんて無理。絶対無理。
Ulrik stood up and headed straight for the front door. Oh, Ulrik didn't pay for his food.
いいんです。いつも俺が支払ってるんで。今日の分もこの後、俺たちの食事代と一緒に支払います。
Can I work for him? God damn.
さて、俺たちの食事は何でもいいですね。
I'm gonna work for him.
適当に持ってきてください。
Jealous.
はい、わかりました。
What exactly is the relationship between you and Ulrik? They're lovers. I understand that you employ him, but I think his attitude towards you doesn't befit an employee.
そうですね。切っても切れない関係とだけ言っておきましょう。
Inseparable?
はーい、お待ちしてます。
Already? Got them. Our conversation was interrupted by a steady stream of food plates assembling on our table. Before long, the entire table was full. Can I work for him? Please! You just ordered. That was very
当店は
fast.
スピーディーが売りですから。
See? The young employee winked at me and danced away towards a different table. Fried fish, fried potatoes, cheese gratin, pizza!
美味しそうですね。
I'm jealous. Yes, but it's so heavy.
重い？
Yes, there's a lot of fat and oil in this food. Merely looking at it fills my stomach.
それはいけませんね。ほら、お食べなさい。温かいうちが一番美味しいんです。
Yes, alright. I think I'll try the gratin first. I began to eat the gratin with a wooden spoon. The cheese was softer than I expected and rather gooey. I tried to pull it apart into smaller pieces but failed. This will be a problem. I brushed strands of hair back over my ears and, doing my best not to soil my clothes, I shoved a large piece into my mouth.
どうです？
How was it? It's very good.
よかった。人が食べている姿っていいですよね。見ているだけで幸せになれます。
I can eat a lot. Employ me. Eltcreed reached for a bottle on the table. He opened the lid and poured forth a liquid onto the pizza. Ketchup? 1 blob, 2 blobs. Huh? He shook the bottle again and again, and more red blobs appeared on the pizza. Dude, how much? Eltcreed, what is that?
香辛料です。
I assumed that much. Are you sure?
何がですか？
The pizza. Is that really how it's supposed to be eaten?
ああ、これが俺の食べ方なんです。お気になさらず。
I can't stop looking at it. After he had put about a quarter of the bottle of red sauce onto the pizza, he finally closed the lid again and returned the bottle whence it had come. With a cheerful look, he lifted the pizza and bit into it. On just one slice? I wonder how spicy it is. It hardly looks edible. I watched him, curious what would happen.
やはりこの店のピザは最高です。素材の味が生かされていますね。
Delicately balanced.
素晴らしい。
Delicately balanced, but he's eating like that. Like, come on, dude. High quality. Delicate. Wonder if there was any meaning to that with the amount of spicy sauce that it had heaped onto it. Exactly. You have an eccentric taste, Eltcreed.
ピザに関してはそう言われます。
Pizza. Makes sense. I observed him for a while longer. He noticed after a while that I had been watching him. He smiled.
食べます？俺のピザ。
I'm fine. I was afraid my tongue would explode if I tried any. I don't have to share his taste in pizza. I absolutely understood what he had meant when he said he liked watching people eat. It was fun. If the pizza poses no danger to his life and he likes it, he's free to eat it, I suppose. As I ate— Oh, hi, Irish! Hi, welcome. As I ate more of my cheese gratin, I watched him happily eat the rest of his pizza. Thank you for the food, Eltcreed.
どういたしまして。有意義な時間をありがとうございました。
He really did pay for Ulrik. I closed the distance between us as we walked and wondered about their relationship.
おや、どうしました？手でもつないで歩きます？
Yes, sure. Huh? I'm walking closer to protect you.
ああ、そうですね。そうでした。うっかり忘れていました。
Forgot? If you really are the ruler of this district, I would like you to be more aware of your position.
自覚なら持っています。警戒心を忘れがちなだけです。
Eltcreed. He laughed and I realized he had been trying to win me up again.
冗談ですよ。さて、銀行へ戻りましょうか。デスクワークが溜まっているはずです。
Got it. I'll protect you on the way.
こんな昼間に襲われはしないでしょうけど、頼りにしています。
あら、エルト様。
Hmm? A tall, well-dressed woman appeared practically out of nowhere. This dress. The plunging neckline allowed an almost full view of her breast. Nice. And very little of her shoulder was covered either. Additionally, the fabric was very thin. I was unsure where it was polite to look. No, like, actually, that's actually a problem for me, though. Like, I don't know where to look if people have, like, very light clothes. How can she wear this in the middle of the day? I looked around and I realized I was the only one flustered. Eltcreed's expression was completely unchanged.
ごきげんよう、お嬢さん。どうしました？
特に用はないのですけど、お見かけしたものですから声をかけてみました。今夜の交流会、楽しみにしていますね。
The woman wished him goodbye and left. That's some very strong perfume. I looked at Eltcreed, still numbed by a cloud of scent. A gathering? What gathering?
各地区の有力者の集いです。ダンスやら食事やら会話やらいろいろありますけど、控えめに言ってつまらない会合です。ですけど、欠席するわけにはいきません。面倒くさがらずに出席して、それなりに楽しいふりをしてあげようと思います。
Sounds tiring. I see. I can empathize with that. I was also dragged to various balls and social events in the Heights.
舞踏会貴様らしいですね。ダンスはお得意ですか？
I think you know the answer to that.
ああ、わかりました。深追いもしないことにしましょう。それでは改めて銀行へ参りましょう。
When we arrived at the bank, employees immediately began approaching Eltcreed. Their conversations were filled with words I don't know, and they disappeared as soon as their business was concluded.
ああ、想像以上に仕事が溜まっていますね。
It would appear so. Not that I understood what he was working on. I looked at the tall mountain of paperwork which had appeared on his desk in our absence. Obviously, there was much to get done. Is there anything I can do? I doubted that, being a guard, I could help, but I tried to ask anyway.
手伝っていただきたいところですが、銀行の業務なんてわからないでしょうからね。
Yikes.
後ろで見守っていてください。
Ouch. Got it.
たまに肩を揉んでいただけると、好感度が上がりますよ。
Huh?
肩を揉むついでに首にも触ってください。
Dude, what the fuck?
俺、そこが弱いんですよ。
What does that mean? Weakness. Oh, I see. You want your guard to know your weakness so you can be better protected. Uh-huh. Sure.
ああ、そうですね。
Uh-huh.
ですが、君になら責められたい部分でもあります。
Violently? No, Iris, you didn't see because he was trying to take off our clothes to help us change. You didn't see. I was so confused. I was just screaming. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, he just does that. It's like me, but like cranked up 100-fold. Yeah, exactly. It's like no, it's actually harassment. It's crazy. He's crazy. He's crazy.
この辺りには甲状腺というものがありまして、ここを刺激することで
Huh?
活力が湧くんです。
Really? Should I press my thyroid gland when I want to study? Is that an actual thing? Productivity? I thought it was your weakness. I ran my fingers over my own throat, curious what would happen. No, that's me for real. I feel nothing.
自分でやるからです。こちらへ。と、いけません。やるべきことがたくさんあるんでした。
Yeah, stop it.
続きはいつか。ここではない。もっと素敵な。
Bro, stop! Oh my god. I see. Alright. Eltcreed sat down and began to leaf through the paperwork. I watched him work and touched my throat again. Me, for real. I feel no burst of energy. Time passed. He worked and worked, but there was still more to do. All I did was watch. Goddamn, I'll get tired in seconds. That's boring. It frustrates me that I can't do anything, but here we are. I was a guard. There was nothing I could help with. Besides, I suspected the information Eltcreed was handling was sensitive. I wasn't sure whether I would be allowed to see it. He's so quiet when he's working. Is this real or just an excuse to touch MC? I feel like it's just an excuse, which is a shame, because I really thought I could, make myself study. Shame. Whenever I peeked at his face, his expression was stern and serious. He didn't say a word as he ran his pen over pages of text. From his office, we could look down on the first floor of the bank. Sometimes he stopped writing, rested his chin in his hand, and watched the people go about their business below. The ones who noticed him watching bowed their heads, and he nodded to acknowledge them. He seems a very different person than compared to the Eltcreed that joked with Ulrik, older and mature. Imagine having a study switch button. I would just keep it on all the time so I can be productive instead of spending my time doing fuck all nothing. Normally he talks so much you think he'd die if he doesn't, but now... I was surprised to see this side of him. Okay, so the thyroid gland is like around the Adam's apple. I guess I looked it up. Like, why would that... Like, if he's trying to touch her... Like, why would you want your Adam's apple touched? Like, that sounds like it's gonna be painful if you press on that, especially since he wants it, like, aggressively, right? Like, ow, like, why would you want to touch? Yeah, it's the Adam's apple, literally, like, right there. Huh? So confused. I was surprised to see this side of him. He's weird, he's so weird, actually, that's why. Like, I thought he would just be like a flirt, like kind of boring, like older gentleman flirt. But like, he's so crazy. He says out-of-pocket things. It's fascinating. I love this man. Eltcreed is a strange man. He is. It was evening by the time Eltcreed finished his work. A bank employee arrived to carry away the paperwork. Eltcreed stretched himself.
今日も一日お勤めご苦労様です。
Free moaning audio? I don't think you're meant to say that about yourself. But good work, Eltcreed.
君もずっと見ているのは退屈だったでしょう。
Very. It's part of my work. I don't mind. Shall we go home?
いえ、このまま交流会へ参ります。ドレスコードもありませんし。
I see. Will I accompany you to the gathering?
できればそうしていただけるとありがたいです。夜道の方が危険ですし、それに君がいた方がずっと楽しそうです。
Mentioning danger and fun in the same sentence. He either had too much optimism or he was exaggerating the danger. Either way, my job doesn't change. I just need to obey his orders. Got it. I'll accompany you.
おやおや、予想外の反応をされてしまいましたね。
What do you mean? It isn't?
いいえ、こちらの話です。では参りましょうか。
Where is this gathering?
交流会自体はリベラリタスですが、今回の主催はインダストリア。リベラリ
Sorry. A different territory. There seems to be numerous opportunities to meet.
当然です。リベラリタスは自給自足が難しいですからね。あちらこちらと手を結び共存しています。情報交換や交流を深めるためにこういったつまらないおっと面白い行事がたまにあるんです。
Since different territories send their rulers, there must be a certain amount of danger. I will do my utmost to protect you.
よろしくお願いします。インダストリアとは友好な関係ですが、他の領地はまあ複雑です。
Is there anyone hot?
近頃はテロ組織などもいて、なかなかスリリングですからね。
Thrilling. Terrorist groups. I don't think exciting is quite the right word to describe that. In stark contrast to my worries, Eltcreed was in an excellent mood.
あ、花屋がありますね。
Flowers.
土産として買っていくことにしましょう。
I like flowers. So there are flowers even in depths. In the depths. Yeah.
当然、ないものだと思っていました。
I suppose you're right. I just never saw any in the sanctuary district.
保護地区の方々は生きるのに必死です。花は食べても美味しくありませんしね。
I guess so. He looked at the flowers arranged near the front.
ラベンダーは青、ラベンダーは緑。僕が騎士なら君は女王。
Huh? Is that a poem?
正確には歌詞です。母がまだ生きていた頃、就寝前、幼い俺によく歌ってくれました。
You should have sang it.
俺は歌が不得意なものですから、
Oh.
メロディーは覚えていませんけど、詩だけはずっと覚えていて。花を
I see. Eltcreed lost his mother then. I was wondering about his father when he put his hand on my shoulder.
ついでですから、君にも差し上げましょう。
I want.
どの花がいいですか？
I want. Thank you! Yay! Okay. Thank you, but... He looked at me, waiting for an explanation. I laughed in discomfort. I know little about flowers. I couldn't tell you which to buy. You can select whichever you like.
そうですか。では、この店にある花、
Yes, sure.
全部にします？
They have trees over there too.
それも含めて。嫌ですか？
Sure, I'll take it. Everything. I appreciate the sentiment, but the trees would be difficult to carry away. Girl.
持ち運べないからいらないんですか？おかしな発想ですね。冗談です。君にふさわしいものを俺が選びます。店主に頼んで屋敷へ届けさせましょう。
No, because he went to a restaurant and he decided to just go to the waiter and say, yeah, just give me whatever you want. And then they ended up with like so much food. Like, he's just that type of guy. God, I wish I can work for him. God damn. Flowers, food. What else does a girl need? Like, I'm desperate. I'll take the creepy, eccentric personality. He's cool. Thank you, Eltcreed.
はい、どういたしまして。
Money, yes, money good. I like money.
さて、花も買い終えたところですし、会場へ向かいますか。つまらなくて死にそうになる会合です。楽しみにしていてくださいね。
Look forward to it, he says. Eltcreed laughed with satisfaction when he saw I didn't know how to respond. We arrived at the gathering. This is incredible. The moment I entered, I felt like I had been dunked into a bottle of scent. Yikes, I would get a panic attack. The air seemed almost misty with perfume. Gross. It seemed like this was normal. Neither Eltcreed nor any of the others so much as grimaced.
あら、エルト様。遅かったですわね。
A booby lady.
会合はもう始まっていますわ。
It's the woman from earlier, with the ara-ara voice. I had been a fool to think her dresser from earlier was extreme. Her current attire made that one look modest. It's not even clothing. At this point, it's just underwear. Unable to look at her directly, I kept my eyes on the floor. Me.
あら、そちらのレディは
You didn't see me earlier?
エルト様の
いえいえ、彼女は俺の護衛です。
護衛。本当にあなたが
When she leaned towards me, my vision and my sense of smell were both overpowered by the force of her presence.
ええ、彼女は上海出身で剣の達人なんです。
Eltcreed!
上海エルト様
The room went quiet as soon as he mentioned my birth. Whispering began.
上海の人間を連れてくるなんて
Interesting.
本気かよ。
エルトクリードさんらしいけど、つまりは犯罪者ということでしょ。そんな人を連れてくるなんて。
見るからに貧相で癒しそうな。
That's rude. We look really pretty. Seedy? I was about to protest, but then remembered I was there for Eltcreed's escort. My most appropriate course of action was to pretend I couldn't hear them. But it's hard. I was a stranger to these people, yet they hated me simply for where I was born. Eltcreed whispered in my ear as I bit my lip.
気にしなくていいですよ。彼らは君個人を嫌っているのではなく、上海出身であることを嫌っているだけですから。下界の者の大半は上海出身者が嫌いで、こんな光景は当たり前ですよ。
Eltcreed. Then why had he brought me along? I understand that I'm here for his protection, but if I'm here for protection, why introduce me like that? Among the commotion, a man I presumed to be a different ruler approached Eltcreed.
バーレンティン殿、彼女が上海出身とは本当ですか。もしそうならお分かりでしょう。どうか退出させていただけませんか。
本当のことですけど、退出はさせません。彼女は俺の護衛なので。ですが、そうですね。そばにつかせるのではなく、壁に待機させます。それで我慢していただけますか？
The man gave a frustrated groan, but offered a reluctant nod. There were no other objections, and a measure of order was restored.
ということです。大変申し訳ないのですが、壁際で見守っていてください。
Yes, of course. I nodded, retreating until my back hit the wall, and as soon as I'd done so...
エルトクリード様、お会いしたかったですわ。我が領地で採れたブドウで作ったワインを特別に持ってきましたの。一緒に飲んでくださらない？
はい、喜んで。
はあ、ずるいですよ、エルトクリードさん。私にも付き合ってくださいね。
もちろんです、お嬢様。
What shameless advances on a man! In the Heights, contact between unmarried men and women was strictly regulated. Anything beyond a superficial interaction was forbidden. The free intermingling I was witnessing made me feel embarrassed. No, I can't look away. I'm his bodyguard. I have to look. I remained as impartial as I could, but the scene unfolding was still startling to me. Eltcreed seems rather popular with the ladies. Most of the women at the gathering seems to have their sights on him. Whenever one of them left his side, another took her place. Damn, dude! And then they did more than talk. They linked arms, touched his shoulders, whispered to him. MC, I have to look. Yeah, that's her. That's me too. It's so awkward. Yeah, like, imagine just watching like your boss flirt with girls. I would be awkward as fuck too. Ulrik, being who he was, seemed to like the attention. He drank alcohol and engaged them in conversation. He told me this would be boring, but he certainly looks both happy and slightly drunk. Jealous! I'm jealous! I wanna be happy and slightly drunk. I, on the other hand, felt like a ghost, unacknowledged by everyone in the room, a formless entity near the wall. All I did was wait. Nobody came to talk to me or looked at me. I felt like air. It's part of my job, but it still hurts. It was very late by the time the gathering ended. Eltcreed was very drunk, and I all but had to drag him back to the mansion. Midnight was long past. Two servants were waiting for us. One of them took Eltcreed's bag and made the swift exit. He said something about wanting water on the way here. I told the other servant to bring water and closed the door behind us. I shook Eltcreed. We've arrived, Eltcreed.
ここは銀行ですか。
No, dummy. Oops, sorry. No, Eltcreed, we're at home.
そうですか。
Cute.
おかえりなさい。
How much did you drink? Eltcreed sat down on the floor behind the door and smiled up at me.
量はそれほどでもないですよ。問題はアルコールの度数でね。水をついていただけませんか。水さえ飲めば元通りです。
I don't think I was like this when I was drunk. Okay. I highly doubt water has such magical effects. Servant brought cold water in a glass and I carefully handed it to Eltcreed. There, drink.
ありがとうございます。
He's kinda cute like that. Is it just me or is his nose like really long? He drank the glass in an instant. Then he took a deep breath.
はい、元通りです。
How? He was almost immediately back on his feet, all a trace of a slur gone from his voice. Huh? I was still trying to wrap my head around the sudden change when he gave me a nod of appreciation.
道中大変お世話になりました。それから今日は夜遅くまでお付き合いいただきありがとうございました。
Oh, no, this is my job.
礼にはなりませんが部屋までエスコートさせてください。参りましょう、騎士様。
He gently took my hand. Escort. This seemed a little strange to me, but I accepted his hat. Smiling, he led me to my room. The mansion was large, but it was hardly a long distance from the parlor to my room. Escorting me for a few dozen steps seemed so strange. Thank you for accompanying me.
いいえ、こちらこそお付き合いありがとうございました。あと嫌な思いをさせてすみませんでした。
What do you mean?
会合で君の出身を皆さんに話したことです。君には現実を見てもらう必要がありましたので。
How they feel.
そう、俺は上界かぶれで君を含めて上界に関するものが大好きなのでついひいき目で見てしまいます。ですが他のものは違います。中には上界と聞いただけで目くじらを立てる者もいます。俺の護衛として君はこれから多くの者と会うことになります。ですので前もって慣れてほしかった。とはいえ先ほどの仕打ちは残酷なものでした。あの場から連れ出すなどして救いもせず放っておくなど申し訳ございませんでした。
Oh, I see. At the time I hadn't understood, but he had done it intentionally. I was surprised, yes. If that was your plan, then I approve. There's no need to apologize. I suppose I expected as much based on the reaction of the townspeople. But thank you for giving me the chance to understand how much they hate the Heights. And since I also learned what a considerate man you are, Eltcreed, much good came of it. What?
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Thank you for doing so much for a mere bodyguard such as me. I will not allow you to be wounded due to my oversight. You can be sure that I will protect you. Surely you are tired as well, Eltcreed. Good night. Huh? No, wait. I thought Eltcreed was going to leave, but instead he closed the door. I do not feel safe. Let me out. What the fuck? He embraced me without saying anything. Eltcreed?
みんな俺とは違うんだ。それを知っていたのに。少しずつ鳴らすべきものなのに。軽率だった。嫌な思いをさせたくて言ったわけじゃないんだ。本当にすまない。
I don't think you have to apologize while hugging me in a locked room. It had hurt me and confused me at the time. But now that he explained his reasons to me, can't feel upset anymore. And yet I'm alright, really. I'm alright. Please don't worry.
キルさん。
I'm scared. There was a long silence. We were so close I could feel his breathing. Would you please let go of me?
さて、どうしましょうか。
I'm scared. Someone save me.
上階は自由恋愛が認められておらず、婚約相手を政府に取り決められているせいで、恋愛に関する感情も乏しいと聞いています。君もですか？
Attraction to each other? I'm scared too, Iris. Don't worry, it's not just you.
こうしていて何も感じませんか？
I'm terrified, that's about it.
俺を男として見れませんか？
Eltcreed, are you still drunk?
そうですね。多少は。ですけど、意識は正常です。思考。その上で尋ねているんです。君は誰かに恋をしたことがありますか？
With Finn, my love! I'll bring some water. Okay, he does not like that. Of course not. He wants me to be never like anyone before, okay?
そうですね。スカートを履くのも恥ずかしがっていたくらいですし。
The skirt has nothing to do with it.
そんなことありません。
What?
スカートは男をそそる
I'm
ものです。
scared.
性的指向にもよりますけど。
As a girl, I am deeply uncomfortable. Eltcreed broke the embrace and took my hand.
君はここでは自由です。恋や愛を制限する法律はな
I'm
く、
scared.
心の赴くまま誰かに気持ちを委ねていいんです。そんな君を女に変えるのはどういった男でしょう？
I don't like the way he phrased that.
俺では力不足でしょうか？
Eltcreed kissed the back of my hand. Shook.
俺のこと好きになってみませんか？
You don't even like me that way.
見知らぬ
Stop it. Get some help.
踏み込んでみませんか？
Eltcreed.
冗談
Really?
ですよ、騎士様。からかっただけです。
Really? What?
あの会場の方々にはモテるのに、どうして君は俺を何とも
Because you're scary.
思ってしまっただけです。
Well,
上階出身だから。ええ、ちゃんと分かっています。ですが、先ほど述べたことは本当です。ここには君の感情を縛る法律はありません。ですから、できれば恋をしてください。恋をする女性は美しいですからね。 相手が俺ならそれはもう飛び上がりたいほど嬉しいですけど。
Internally panicked, you mean, drunk boy. Yeah, he's scary.
しかし恋愛対象としてではなく護衛としてはずっと一緒にいていただきたいです。最近は物騒でなかなか気が抜けませんからね。
Really? It looks so peaceful.
そう見えるのは平和そうに見せているからですよ。領地を守るのもバーレンティンの仕事です。これまで俺を守るために何人もの護衛が命を落としました。冗談ではありません。どうかお気をつけて。それではおやすみなさい。
Wow. His final revelation was disturbing to me. Love, relationships, being a bodyguard. Things I could have spent an entire day discussing had been thrown at me in quick succession. It was making my head spin. Well, anyway, I'll have to do my best to protect Eltcreed. I need to protect my employer. But I also don't have any desire to die. I still have things to accomplish in life. I would have liked Eltcreed to show some more care as well. He was too careless. I suppose it all falls to me in the end. Huh? There was a sudden loud noise. My eyes snapped open. What was that? Being woken by a sound, just like back then. Oh, baby. The pool of blood on the ground. The smell of iron. All my memories of that night rushed back. I had a very bad feeling. I feared for Eltcreed. Sword in hand, I checked the room. Then, again that noise. I wasn't imagining it. I can't allow everything to happen again. This time, I have to protect the others. My hand clutched the scabbard.
どこだ?
Oh, it's just my boy.
どこにあるんだ?
Hmm? That voice.
ないないないない。たく、どこに隠したんだよ。
Ulrik. The source of the noise was Ulrik. He was rifling through the shelves, looking for something. Shouldn't have let myself get so worked up. No, I hadn't made the right decision. A bad feeling must be investigated, lest it prove correct. I relaxed and said Ulrik's name.
誰?
Cute. His head hit the shelves. Rubbing the back of his skull, he slowly stood up.
あんたかよ。脅かすなよ。
Sorry, but you frightened me first. I heard loud noises and thought Eltcreed was in danger.
何もない。あんだけ飲んだんだ。部屋でスーピー寝てるだろ。
You know how drunk he is? How...
別に何を何杯飲んだとかは知らない。さっき見かけて顔色でなんとなく分かっただけ。僕は読書のお供用の歌詞を探してたんだ。
What are you, baby?
起こしたならごめんなさい。すみませんでした。ほら。
I want to backhand him. That's a horrible attitude. So you're eating his candy and reading his books. He's your employer. That's really going too far.
別にいいだろ。僕はこの家は顔パスだし、何をしてもいいって言われてるんだ。
I see. The two of you are really inseparable, huh?
誰が? エルトがそう言ってたのか。気持ち悪い。
Kimuchiwaru? How rude. I was getting wary of him, but another question occurred to me. Ulrik, have you ever been in love?
はあ?
Exactly, huh? What the huh? I kin with Ulrik. He is me. I am him. Love. Have you ever been in love, Ulrik? Probably not, I guess. Your personality is kind of horrible.
ないわけないだろ。普通にあるし。バカにすんな。
But he has? I want to know more about that.
いうか、性格は関係ないだろ。
A lot, right? It matters for whether others like you. My boy, oh, I love him. Can't wait to get on his route. But I see, you've been in love. Where? With whom? How did it play out?
うわ、めちゃくちゃ食いついてきやがった。いきなりなんだよ。
I want to know too.
何があった？
Eltcreed said earlier that I should fall in love. Easier said than done. I don't know anything about relationships. So I figured I would ask you.
ああ、パス。
Boo.
僕、そういうプライベートな話題言わない主義だから。
But I wanna know.
いきなり恋の話をするとか。あんた早速エリトクリードの影響を受けたの？
Shaped?
そう。あいつの変態思考の
Hentai?
半端ないというか、真面目に向き合うとおかしくなるぞ。適当でいいんだよ。適当で。
But he's my employer.
だから人生まで捧げる気か？
Question.
あんたにとってエルとは何なのさ？
Ding ding. This is the important question. Ah, perfect. The important question to see like whose route I end up with. And so far, I think, yeah, I have lots of Eltcreed. I am going for Eltcreed first. Is he wrong though? No, he is not. I love him so much. I want to know more about him. Let's go to Eltcreed's route. And wait. Yeah, Eltcreed's route. Yippee!